Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are doing well tonight. Welcome to our stream. I say "our," it's really me and obviously the people who, built the game. Hope everybody is having a good Wednesday. I should actually turn it. Hey, Rosie. I should turn up the background music more because I turned down my background music way down. Hey, Ray. Yes, time to freeze our tits off in Kirithus. I turned the background music down because I spent like, God, I don't know, like so many days in the Gold Saucer that the music was just driving me crazy. All right. It's
I
a
will touch
Lucy.
4 Noxians, and I will bring them an ecstasy of...
Lucy! At least they're nice looking tits. I mean, they're man tits, so, it's whether or not you want man tits. Now, you need to stop saying that. People are going to think I'm a titty streamer. Alright, so where exactly am I going here? You should have a melon cam. A John Cougar melon cam. See what I did there? Last video. But I spent 2 days grinding my ass off in Manderville in the Gold Saucer so I could get some slightly different gear here. We got this nice blue smock on top and my boken. Beating up monsters with a piece of wood. It's my bonkin' stick. Hey, it's Final Fashion 14. Like, that's literally just what it is. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes, please. No, I'm hoping that there isn't too much there isn't too much just regular dialogue and some voice acting here. Nope. Maloney smiles on us again, Master Ishiku, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess, I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting 2 of the Heavensward while the city elite looked on, by the Fury, anyone who's been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. I agree, Lucy. Every game worth its salt is a fashion game. My lord. We have just received a message from the vault. His Eminence the Archbishop requests the presence of Master Ishiku. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor. A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, it would be wise not to delay. Go, Master Ishiku. You shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he'll escort you inside. So, show of hands. Who thinks this is a trap? Yep, my susso-meter is going off. What's up, Xenu? Oh, I can't mount up here. So I just looked at the map and was like, I hope I'm going the right way. Ishgardian priest. Alright. We always appreciate the lurks around here. Even if you're just drawing porn. Streamer mic, and I have a new webcam, perhaps. Ooh.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
Yetis are overpriced anyway. He says, talking into a mic that's definitely not.
Endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thorin VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies.
For?
Forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of
Elf
heresy
Pope.
and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinner
Yeah.
has been headstrong.
I'm gonna get
He
my,
pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
That's Hawk from Dragon Age. No,
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest
I'm probably
desire
gonna end
to
up
serve
getting
Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred.
stimulus check before I actually get my tax return, apparently.
And drove the Horde from the steps of faith. Not I. That much is certain.
I can already see the
That will be
Ascian on his
all,
shoulder.
Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence, As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
That is a fuck-off sword that he's got.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position.
Fair.
Now, tell me, young man, what do you know of the Ascians?
Ah. There we
Much
go.
and more, I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even.
They're right behind you, aren't they? Or right behind me.
Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet.
Something tells me you already are.
Yet,
Damn you,
if I
La Habrea.
refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict.
Inevitable.
And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the warrior of light.
Yeah, he's saying this to a guy who looks like a dragon. I'm pointing that out.
If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Anybody else feeling manipulated right now? I know, right? Cat girl and cat boy. Let's see here. All right, Alphino, what you got for me?
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want?
I'm still not used to his new voice actor.
Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced.
Nah, they were placed well.
By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians.
Well, I don't.
So,
I don't
their
get a
ambitions
voice.
extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauban is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate.
So, number one on our list of things to go stop.
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauban.
Keep wanting to read that as Raban. Alright. Alphino wishes to share his plan for the rescuing of Rauban. Although the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose we visit Limsa Luminsa. Ah, you heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Forton and Lumensium Consortium. During the negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we have yet a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Rauban. Except they fucking left me to die! Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her, and we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa Luminsa, make yourself known to the Sergeant Zathari Xanthel at Bulwark Hall on lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. Right. We should just teleport there. Well, that was weird. My kilobytes per second are cratering. I don't know what's going on. That's the blue mage? Yeah. Which is why that's one of the things I need to get is that would actually make my voice not sound tinny. Wait for the NPCs to load in. My internet has been all over the place these last couple of days. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's coming back up now. This is weird. Well, now it's going back down. Induction Plasma. Thank you for that resub. 4 months. Thank you, thank you. Is this voice acted?
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
They didn't need to change her voice actor.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar,
It's not so much a
we
booby
fully
shelf.
expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn.
Not so much a
But that
booby
did not
shelf
come
as
to
it is a
pass.
balcony. A
On
boob
the
balcony.
contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Elfino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found.
Yeah, but you didn't openly
Our
support
argument
me.
was simple. Lacking proof to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen.
Green Bunny 133. Welcome to the fireside. Thank you for that follow.
The Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
Indeed.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo.
That would
But
make
they must
sense.
have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing.
I might. It would take a bit of shifting around to probably get it to work. I have very little spare
She
room
is
here.
presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was
Dun,
dismayed
dun,
to learn
dun.
that General Raoban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws
You
breath,
are a good
and
boy,
that he might
Lucy.
yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino.
Every shot
Following his
just gives her
capture,
gives you a
Raoban had been
look at
held
her
in the
cleavage.
Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Clearly, 'twas not the
How do you get
grass
bad
blades
karma
who
for drawing
spirited
Animal
him
Crossing
away
porn?
either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
No, I'm not surprised, Warfox. Not at all.
If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito
It's
and the
not so much
Braves
that
has
if
come
why
under
boobies
strain.
then if boobies bad then why
At
sexy.
any rate,
It's
if we're to rescue
just
Raoban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be
Admiral
glad to
Tits
hear that I have
McGee.
already entrusted
It's like,
the
okay,
task to those
what else do you
best
bring to the
able to see
table
it
other
done,
than your booby
our
shots?
friends of Doma.
So we just talked over the fact, but I think what she just said was the Crystal Braves are trying to keep Raban out of the hands of the shinobi who are trying to spirit him away. Raban's survival is vital to the Eorzean alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Ulda. It would spell the end of the alliance, and war, like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours. Of course, it's me. Cool. I'll take a look at it after we get done tonight. By way of first step, you should seek out the Dome in contact. You'll find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll working in a kitchen. Timed mission? Well, it's kind of like paying installments on a boob job. Is it a when you say timed mission, is it like a mission that you go to and they like, is it a solo mission or is it part of a group? More donuts. Solo mission, okay. I don't know, I'm really wanting to get into some more, like, instances right now. Like, I really want to do some dungeons because they're flashy and fun. Ah, okay. I want to do the flashy things! Alright. Somebody is T-posing? Oh, we can actually get on a mount now. Can't collapse that. I don't have any duties in Heavensward. Oh, she's above me. I did. That is the dungeon list. It's all A Realm Reborn. Okay. One sec. Let's do that before we start this. Kirthus. Falcon's Nest. I know. I'm not complaining. I was figuring that they were going to give me, like, a mission to find it. And be like, okay, wait in queue. You know, like they did with almost everything in A Realm Reborn. Ow. Alright, where do I go for this? Maybe it's that blue right there. It's right there. I'm on a delay, Rosie. I'm assuming it's that one, probably. So, here? There's the one other Chocobo border in Settlement that doesn't have a, Might as well pick this mission up, because it's blue. It gives me an Aether Current. Do you have a moment to talk? A short while ago, one of the workers from House Zamail asked me to go and deal with some Mylodons that have been causing trouble. The Black Iron Bridge barely survived the calamity and is in desperate need of repairs, but the upland Mylodons roam far too close to it. The craftsman can't work safely. Someone needs to kill him. The Mylodons, that is, not the craftsman. I'd ask the Dragoons to do it, but they're too busy. They're too busy. It'd be weeks before they found time. I'd do it myself, but there are too many beasts that I fear I'd get swarmed and outnumbered. You're a capable man. You think you'd be kind to thin them out somewhat? If you were to kill, say, 3 of them, I should be able to finish off the rest. All right. Yes. Aether Currents. The only ones I have left are the ones in dungeons and missions. Of which there are 5. God, I move so slow through here. No, we do get to listen to this music again. It's amazing. No! Get out of the Fate! I want to listen to regular music. Wait, are they across the bridge? Let it go, Plasma. Let it go. Yeah, they're on the other side of the bridge. Hey, fuck you. Give me some kinky. Kick. There, that did it. Let's see. The other one's over there. Excuse me. I want to fly. Let me fly. That's a dead dragon with jagged spikes coming out of it. Lock it? Lick it? No. I don't want to lick it. My tongue will get stuck. Like getting stuck on an iron pole. I really don't want to do that. No, thank you. You sound a lot like Lucy. Don't let that dragon die for nothing. Go lick it. It just strikes me as something Lucy would say. But Lucy is busy drawing porn right now. It looks like they got it. Well, I need to go find a live dragon first. I've killed a few. I know where I'm going. No. It's a basin. I have to go around. I miss being able to fly. Here we go. Repair my gear, please. Oh, nothing's damaged. Okay. Don't want to play triple triad. Honor, glory. Men seek these things in battle. Alas, all too often they find something entirely else. Okay, so wait, am I supposed to talk to this person? You might call me the leader of the convictors. The title, however, is merely misleading. What I am is a wet nurse for the petty nobles who flock here seeking an easy path to glory. Yeah, well, every time I try to talk to them, this is all that they give me. Fair enough. Let's take the Chocobo Porter back to the Falcon Nest. Because now we fly! Fist the Chocobo! Oh, well, I don't want to fist the Chocobo. He's a cute chicken. Why would I want to do that? Are you sure? Did you talk to the Chocobo first? But how do you know that? Was this in a press release? If it was in a press release, I will need record of it. Maybe I should just go ahead and do... I should probably just go ahead and do all the quests in this area. I look worried, you say. Nothing of the sort. I was simply thinking about something. The rebuilding of Falcon's Nest, in fact. The damage from the calamity and the freezing winds brought with it was tremendous. Even the rats fled, driven out by the cold. With the imposter Guilliarm dealt with, we can move forward with the building of the fortifications. I'm truly delighted and proud to be part of it, but it's no simple task. The heretics' various supporters are obviously still a major concern, and the high houses will have their squabbles and their disputes with the citizens. Luckily, there's no end to the difficulties we face. Just yesterday, some valuable supplies went missing, stolen from this very fortress right beneath our noses. Okay. They're not unlocked through the side quests or anything? It's actually true. He has a master's degree in... or no, he has a bachelor's of arts in physics, which I think is hilarious. You've already killed 3 of them. Thank you ever so much. If you're not injured, are you? Here, please take this. It's the cut of the fee for the work. Incidentally, did you happen to see a farm on the far side of the bridge? Those Mylodons made it difficult to access the area, and the bridge has been left to fall apart. After we repair the bridge, one day we might be able to rebuild that farm. Yay! Okay. We're going back to the story quests. Ooh. Lightheaded. All day I've had, basically, what feels like cobwebs stuck right here under my sternum. I'm just trying to, like, cough it all out, and it's not coming. Aha! I have turned invisible. Aha! I am now floating in midair. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was about to make a peasant's joke. Kneel before me, peasants, as I float in midair. Alphino, weren't you just in Limlam? Master Urasada, I knew in my heart that you were safe. But to see you again in the flesh, words cannot express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned on us and took the Rising Stone by force. Amid the chaos, a few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we've remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers and waiting for your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans will not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limsa Lominsa that you were searching for General Rauban. As the Admiral will have informed you, he has recently moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit. At the same juncture, Yuyuhase and the 3rd unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Dolwerd at Highbridge, where I too am bound. Game was confused. Where do I need to go? Back in Thanalan. Camp Drybone. Jesus. That sucks. Camp Dryboner, yes. I mean, I can't really blame you for that. Oh, Rosie, because you're here, you need to... Because I was watching Lucy's stream earlier tonight. I call him Thunder Bear. I was watching Lucy's stream this afternoon, and there is a hero in League of Legends named Lilia, and she's a centaur, but her bottom half is a deer instead of that, and she looks very much like and she looks very much I commented that she looks very much like Tibbs, and I told Lucy if he gets a chance, he needs to poke you and get you to tell him the story of Gabe and Tibbs. Because he's cute. I have been expecting you. Time's of the essence. So I shall be direct. Yuhasa and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hozan is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. Well, I like to think it's your favorite story too, Rose. I mean, if it's not, I'll stop talking about it. Either or, because they're the same person. More or less. A few generations removed. Came at a good time, my friends, but moments ago the traitor Ilberd arrived and entered Halatali. From this we can be certain that General Raubon is being held within. Okay. Hozan would brief you on the mission to rescue Raubon. There is no time to lose. General Alduin will be executed at any moment. May be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. At least once, maybe multiple times. Alright, time to go kill us some Crystal Braves. Here she is.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to recall it. For a time I was well and truly lost.
Then party on.
But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts.
She's not a traitor.
Our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
She got forced out by, well, literally, like...
all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Raubon is no less afraid.
Please don't. Well, you can do everything else. Just don't let the light leave your eyes.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you.
Ninja vanish! That doesn't sound like draw away. That sounds like assassinate. All right, I'm in a timed mission, so let's see. That's not a. I don't think that's a bad thing. Drawing Gazelle Dick is not a bad thing, Lucy. Look, you're making Rosie all hot and bothered.
Away with you!
I don't know if I'm going to make it through this if these guys are so tanky. Oh, I did that wrong.
Leave this to me.
Eat triangles and swirls and more swirls. I forgot that's the sound the ninja makes. There's Raban. The general, but where are his captors? I miss like the look of this. General! Came. Yes, I did. Multiple times. He is bound to some manner of magitech device, yet I dare not force it open. It may be booby-trapped. I have heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. Poison will convey you swiftly into the bosom of Thal, where I hope to join you after passing many prosperous years. Fuckhead. I have my whumping stick. Alright, so I need to turn off poison. Destroy the portcullis. Got it. Acerbic Jam. Destroy the source of the mist. Okay, so I gotta go this way to go find it. We got 25 minutes. But Raban is dying, so... Alright, where did I leave that? There it is. Maybe we should have left the healer with Raban to make sure he stayed alive. Well, that's going to be conveyed by the music, right? Shit, my sprint's on cooldown. We have to literally run all the way to the front of the dungeon, and then we're probably going to have to run all the way back to the dungeon. not that way. Well, not that way. Oh, that way. Alphino knows where he's going, I guess. Yeah, because there's this... There's the poison gas. Take care of that, Alphino. I know you can do it. I'll beat this with a stick. Hey, Hiroto, how are you? Come on, we don't have time for this. There. Next to find the key. Which is through there. The door that opened already. We can get it. He who... What was it? He who smelt it, dealt it. He who denied it, supplied it. Poor Archer, left all to their own. There we go. Alphino, heal yourself, damn it. Gas is evil, and voiced by Tim Curry. Oh shit. I'm doing this without having eaten an egg. I'm dumb. I am the smart. I'm glad I spent all that money on upgrading my gear. Astute-eyed viewers will notice, actually no you can't because I'm in front of it, but we basically went from having over 3 million gil to I now have just under 60,000 gil because I spent all of it on upgrading my gear. Too far away. Thanks. Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What a clever contrivance of the Warrior of Light. Well done, hero. We're going to move the camera to show the fact that we just spawned them in. Eelbird. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, Scions, let's get this over with. Boss fight. Yep, Conjurer first. Do you? It sounds like you're dying, Ilbert. So I killed Yu Hase. Will you now? Well, that's why I brought my Wampin Stick. You realize that the best chance you have of freeing Alamigo is with me, right? You are aware of this fact? Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes!
This changes nothing.
It changes everything.
It is over, Ilbert. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
What?
Oh, clever little shite.
If you think you fight for justice, lad, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves. They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them. And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland. And I ate
Rosie likes the tall elf boys.
But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free, free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take
A mouth on his ears? What?
Nothing!
Then you chose the wrong side. Like, hardcore chose the wrong side. You didn't even do the ninja vanish correctly.
No, Master Alpha, no. Now is not the time.
I like how her scales, like, are flesh colored and then, like, become the pale color.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
Oh, it's that voice actor.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
You need a shower. On your feet, gladiator. This fight is not over.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till I'd avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lad.
Everybody keeps calling me lad.
Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
He's
General,
gone.
Are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope.
Then don't tell
I have
him.
reason to believe that her grace may yet live.
I don't believe you.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without.
Yay! Okay, we completed that mission. Hopefully the other Crystal Braves did not give our Doman allies too much of a overrun for their money. General is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. And Ilbred and his minions must have fled some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. Do you think they just sat there with a thesaurus open? Ninjas. General Alden, I presume. The Scions and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Who are you? Identify yourselves. Pray, do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend. I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Uanger awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you. General Alden, if you will come with me, I have prepared a carriage, that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. Don't believe you. Speak with Alphino. Okay. I've spoken with Uranger via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Raubon is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Vesperve. We have to go back to the Waking Sands? We literally just got into Ishgard. All the loading, all the loading. I need to get myself a solid state drive for this computer. Top off the chicken. Well, at least
My
Orion's...
dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
Who is this?
You.
Who the fuck is that?
Who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem
Dulala.
introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthal, and member of the Syndicate.
Okay.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Yeah, because I have no medical
Ask
training.
when she's playing, you know the answer.
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji.
Well, he's kind of dead, so...
It is my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends.
Lolorito's smarter than we thought.
He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
Dun dun dun!
Don't strike me down for a fool. But
They almost did. You lost your arm.
How can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Kicked who shit in.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo.
How long has it been since he slept?
I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something.
Surprised Lucy's not here telling me to eat everyone.
And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis
There's
true,
Lucy.
But he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
So, okay,
As for the
Square.
more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind.
So you kill off Moonbreeda,
You, meanwhile, must do that
but you don't
which
kill
you
off the
alone can do.
Sultana.
Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side
Had
once
issues.
more,
Issues with your
for her
storytelling.
sake and that of our nation.
Sorry, y'all. It looks like he's still talking. It would have made more sense to kill a character who we got closer to rather than kill Moonbreeda. And I was kind of sitting here like, oh, I guess that could be the Sultana. But nope. I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Raubon, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Arasada. Thank you. And I think I need... slaying? Yes. I still have better gear as it is. Okay, so before we continue, which we will continue tonight, I need to... We've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes now. That we typically take a break in an hour. So I'm going to get up, I'm going to move around, stretch my legs, all that kind of stuff, and I will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. If you've been watching me since we started, I highly suggest you do the same. But we're going to go to our intermission here. Don't feel like listening to Doom. And I will be back shortly, guys. Y'all sit tight. Right, and we're back. That took a little longer than I intended. There we go. Got that good caffeine crack. Take out the queer part and you have Gabe. There we go. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Alphino is distracted by a call on his link portal. I'm going to dangerously assume somebody's calling us from Ishgard. Tataru? Yes, General Urbana. What, another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray, notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume the siege on the Holy See. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarupin and the others to investigate and return with all haste to Ishgard. Alright. Back to Ishgard, everybody. Back to Ishgard. She is cute fun. Who her changeling soul is as old as time. So no, you did not. I do not believe you have told me that. Anything about that. Apparently all of my characters are just hot and everyone wants to bang them. I went up the wrong way. Oh well. I mentioned that I definitely had the hottest villager, and they asked me who it was, and I said Zell, the Gazelle. I'm currently doodling. And they said, I did not come into this with the expectations, but this would have been exactly what I would have expected, and had I expected something. Where am I even going? I'm going the right way. Permission to leave my post, Captain. My beloved satyr needs to vent. Oh, God. Fuck this area. Last vigil. What do I get for trying to walk instead of using Aetherite? Taru. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raban short. It wouldn't have bothered you, but the city is awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack. Lord Hushfall was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you better head in. Enter the manor. Yeesh. Alright, I'm here. My friend, thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. I'm sure you are aware the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Master Ishiku, Master Levelure, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but I thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you with the most direct means available. When the Observatorium bell tolls, this is a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claim they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions once more gather for war. But I would not have you take up arms for another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot assure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice, to remain in the besieged Ishgard or to seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. Is there any real question as to what's going to happen? Although we flee to the ends of the world, it would seem there's no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the Horde descends upon Ishgard, once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to strike the light, to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Arasada? I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandon our allies in their hour of need. Well, I mean, people can say it just won't be true. The choice we make this day might have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have his say. Come, let us meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. I will answer to the best of my abilities. Also, if you wanna send it to me in DMs, that works too. You don't want to ask it like publicly.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
How much of that is your Grand Blue budget?
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Okay, Estinian.
Estinian?
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
That's a rough decision. It's only a 6.25% chance of not having
feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your alarms if my words fail to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
This is a fair decision.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I say do it, but I'm one of those guys that, like, throws caution to the wind. And you know your luck with, Grand Blue, so... We've chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth, and only hope that Sir Emmerich will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain in Fort Tomp Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. All right. Let's do this Alphino's way. Forgotten Night. I'm a bad person because of the way I took that phrase, Rosie. A hard, rage-filled dragoon. You would speak to the Lord Commander. Pray make it quick. Hey, drawing dick doesn't make you a bad person.
See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Love you, Lucy.
Twould seem I have visitors, and unlike those massing beyond our walls,
Also, eye candy.
these ones are welcome.
You say that now.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich.
Yes, yes, I totally would.
Concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge a little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request
male,
the Holy See
either
to
or.
refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this?
Yeah, it's more so if there was an emotional connection.
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the Sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye. Their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses.
Alright, let us go.
The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit, the mere thought of it does
You're just
not
bad at watching
dispel my
shoes.
misgivings. Go then. Carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
That took relatively little convincing. $5 says we're going to get jumped and we're going to get called heretics. All right, Alphino. Having secured Sir Emmerich's report, we may proceed without fear of preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us that Dravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over Lady Iceheart, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you're ready, Estinian, let us be about our task. This is going to blow up in our faces, and it's going to be terrible, and everybody's going to die, and I'm going to have to fix it when we're done. That is just a huge fuck-off sword.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
Pretty much.
The dragons are coming.
They're always coming.
Let them come. In their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
Yeah, all about that whole, like, Ascians are obviously not manipulated.
The Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our...
Oh my god!
If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution.
Turns out, he's from Warhammer 40k.
To excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this warrior of light? They have plans of their own.
How do you know?
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
Yep. What was that?
For the glory of King Thordan.
Oh. Oh. Creeping up there, almost 68. We get a wind-up Alphino from this. Alphino would see one final matter before setting forth. Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans. Doesn't she already know, though? And I shall wait for you at Saint Rene's Forum. Tell your friend we may be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Arasada, let us head back to Foretold Manor. So, Xenu. Okay. Did it work? Excuse me. Okay. Explain what's going on through pantomime. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening for news of our lost friends. So you managed to capture a boss? Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphino. I made it specially. No, I couldn't possibly... Very well. Oh, nice. Nice. Boss in the Pokeball. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks to Taru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. Lucy, your boy toy has a new outfit, which was the least I could do. Now I must get back to the tavern where I'll never catch up on the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. Curtsy. Yep, because he's got black in his outfit now. So you captured a boss in your Pokeball. For which game are you playing? Bravely Default 2, okay. Sky Steel Manufacturing. So the thing is, like, Bravely Default looks like a really fun game. I just can't get over the fact that, like, it sounds like they just went with their working title. Well, aren't you into goth boys, Lucy? Have you said your farewells, then? Aye, we are ready to depart. This is just we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Sunny's getting into trouble for the hell of it right now. Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Ysaele's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Kurthus Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is like that he will know of any heretic activities have been reported in the area. Goths are pretty damn hot. This is a blue. What is this person wanting? Oh, that's level meat. Okay. And what is she wanting? Disciple of Hand, a Disciple of the Land. Okay. Goths are hot. I'm sorry. Like... where the fuck am I? There it is. I mean, I don't really have any goth clothing, but I'd totally pull off the goth scene if I was hot enough for it. But I'm too fat. You can't just write off a whole subculture because of an axe. Look! It's people we know. Hi, Iredell. Well, Master Ishgard, what business do you have here? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon, I know of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Alphanod Levelu, at your service. and if I am not mistaken in the gravity of our missions for Redwall, I assure you, I am sure you are aware the Observatorium has warned the Trevanians gathered for another assault. We believe there may yet be a way to avert the conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus, we have come to Falcon's Nest in hopes of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I see. Then you would be best served by speaking directly to my men. The patrol is due to return from its sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. I meant to say that. Leveler. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretics' refuge at Gorgon Mills. 'Tis possible they have unearthed information that would be of use to you. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and wait the return of the patrol while you two visit the refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, Arasada, I am eager to learn what Sir Redwold's men have found in the heretics' lair. Alright. That's way the fuck up there. I think that's Warfox, but I'm not sure. How did you get that huge fuck off mount? Considering I only have like four friends who play this game. These black cheek on. That's a huge fuck off mount, if I do say so myself. Six achievement tokens. Fucking heretics. Beat them with my bonking stick. See, we are 2 million away from leveling. Apparently, when later this fall, when Endwalker hits, there's supposed to be a huge crunch where they lower the numbers and kind of compact things a bit. What can you not wait for, Lucy? Achievement vendor, you get tokens from completing a story and such. My mom sometimes gets her friends to harass me about a job because my mom wants me to get rid of a job. Well, tell her to get a job. I get paid to draw anatomically correct cell on horse cows. How does he beat me everywhere? Schrodinger's twink. Master Ishiku, our findings, you say. Well, there's something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. It would seem heretics foresaw our coming and left a number of their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Arasada. They look like polar bears. Oh, hi! That was quick. Of course, I did all the work. Stinian's here. The beasts are slain then. My thanks, Master Ishiku. We may return to our duty without fear of mauling. I think I have that card already, yes. The expedition leader is promisingly to aid you in the search for Lady Iceheart. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is that not so? The records we discovered ere those beasts mauled my compatriots, my comrades, appear to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of perusing their contents more closely, intent as we were in surviving the onslaught of Fang and Claw, but I'd wager those epistles contain more than friendly salutations which witch lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divined some clue from these letters, or we wandered the snowfields and prayed the gods lead us in the right to Iceheart's door. It's hardly a choice at all. Just a lone soldier. And suddenly he has to share the spotlight with, like, 3 named protagonists. It's part of your membership card. You have recovered much of the heretics' correspondence. And over. Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Leveler and Sir Estinian, and now we have more than a dozen letters. What do we have here then? Every one of these pages has a record of the dealings betwixt Gorgane Mills heretics and their fellows in the Ankh-Amphan amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. Heretics, not heretics. Alphino seems intent on traveling to the Ankh-Ampha amphitheater. The Ankh-Ampha amphitheater, the very place you were witness to the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of the treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Aethernet. As you may recall, our friend Moonbrita succeeded in recreating the Ankh-Ampha beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, we assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgane Mills seems to have been a regular contact with their brethren in the amphitheater, I'd wager it still functions. Suggest we make for the aetherite within the Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinian, but the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage that was discovered leading the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durandari posted soldiers at the Western Highlands interest after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny a sentry. Alright, where do we need to go from here? There. We'll jump back to the Falcon's Nest. Ah, snap, critical pop. Now we ride the Chicken back out into the cold. That's a bard. I think that's the entrance over there. No! Crap. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Why can I not fly yet? It'd be so much easier. It's like riding in BC when you got used to flying all over the bay, all over original content. Also because we obviously haven't explored everything in Heavensward yet. We also run really slow. Did I miss it? Yes, I did. It's right below me. You're okay. Ah, the guest of House Forton, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Akfa beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does, we will arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though we do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not likely to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Let's go for it. Are we gonna have to fight Shiva again? I did not sleep well last night, so I'm having issues being awake. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask the occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under a flag of parley. We only wish to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. You think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us no choice. Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us to victory. Took away what I had already stored up.
Is down.
You having fun? Yeah, he's having fun. That was the wrong direction for that. Oh, look. More draconic-looking beings. Seven hells. Can dragon blood bring such transformations? Ask the dragoons. They're the ones who drank the shit. Yeah. Well, this is me assuming and inferring some things. Oh, it's a big motherfucker.
Release!
There, look at that crit. That was delicious. What's up, Ray? You missed me. Did you see that crit? Did you see how much it was worth? It was like a 20,000 point critical hit in the mage's back. I'm not a simple samurai man now. I've been playing with the monk too. I'm going back and relearning how to play that. I'm just going through the story as a samurai. Even should an ambush await us, certainly there will be more heretics to question. The Cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be good as to enlighten us, Estinian. Well, yeah, my samurai outfit. I suspect is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon. an island of sorts. Some 500 years past, it's told that the Azure Dragoon of the Age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened to the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea's sorcerers. Ugh. I'm sorry, Ray. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders began to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length with a shroud of gray. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak truth. Fascinating tale. We should make haste to this ashen isle. What's he doing that's or what are they doing that's making you want to strangle them, Ray? Back out here. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the Frozen Beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the Convictors have set up a camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Janaloth, may have information for us. But, mayhap, you are not familiar with the name either. The Convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all that there is to know of the foe. Sounds suggesting. Let us speak with these Convictors, then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. I like that I blow a whistle, and it makes a technology sound. Way over there! Who doesn't want more roast beef? I'm pretty sure that we could all go for more roast beef right about. They want to do a sequel game, and the first game's not over yet. I mean, I get that. Like, I will sometimes think about the option of doing a sequel game, like, long before a game ends. But you want to keep the focus on what you're playing now, because otherwise you just won't want to finish what you've started. Well, yes, I'm pretty sure vegetarians don't want any more roast. Oh, go po, go po, go po, go po, go. Well, well, what have we here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the Convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lad looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Do not be so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fail heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor, the lance, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you here? I'm the only person wearing short sleeves. Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her people. Like I said, my own men can be lax when it comes to making reports. Thank you, we shall. Arasada, Estinian. Let's make our way through the camp and see what information is to be had. I'm actually full. I had a full plate of barbecue. Hey, mount speed is increased. Now they're unlocked. Genelot wants you to experience firsthand what life at the Convictory is like. I remember you. How could I forget? You're the lad who was with the Azure Dragoons Company. Since you're here anyway, perhaps you might like to try your hand at a spot of hunting before you depart. See for yourself what life is like for us Convictors. The Dravanian horde is stronger than you might expect. Unless you've been at it for years, like I have, I think it prudent to start with something simple and then work your way up to dragons. I suggest rooms. Slay 3 of those, and then come back here. Consider it a warm-up. Here you go. For all the nights to come. The dead care not for justice, but Weldtho would have you do just would see them have it just the same. Cowards, all of you. Have you no shame at all? Oh, I beg your... Wait, you're not... Are you Master Ishiku, honored ward of House Forton? Praise Halone. Surely you will complete my request. Know that the Dusk Vigil, westernmost of the Citadel watchtowers built to warn of the Horde's approach, was lost during the calamity, another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure which must needs be reclaimed. Though to enlist the services of these so-called dragon slayers, it seems that their courage is not as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, sir, you are not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Very good, very good. There is a sculpture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil's chapter, an ice rondelle set in its helm. Would have you prize it free and deliver it to me. The Vigil is not difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool until you come to the gates. Knights may bar your passage, but should you explain who you are, I'm sure they'll grant you leave to enter. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take care of these 2 quests. Now we're moving faster. Whee! Wow, that was bad. Thump, 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 thump. Well, I'm trying to go fast, but I don't know how fast. Like, this is about as fast as I can go right now. What's this? A ward of House Forton wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil. You're aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts and gods only know what else, are you not? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny an esteemed patronage to give opportunity to kill himself in new and exceeding ways. Pray, go on ahead. Now I have unlocked this dungeon. We can actually, queue for it. It says it's going to be 6 minutes. I was looking to see if he had a, what am I trying to say? If he had a, Aether Current. Excuse me. I think we just need like 4 more, and we'll have the, we'll be able to actually, fly. This music just, it makes me think of Final Fantasy VI. Like, there's an area in Final Fantasy VI that's called Narsh. That's basically a mining town up in the mountains, and it's constantly cold and snowing there. And this entire area is just making me think of it. If I can get up there. No, that's way too high. Skirt around. Wait, am I? I'm not even going the right way. God damn, I'm a dumbass. I am so dumb. At least I waited out the timer a bit. Cannot believe I did that. Directionally challenged, right? Looking at the wrong fucking pip on my map. I wasn't even on autopilot. I thought I was going the right direction. Found him. So, one more. Alright, that got it. Now I can just go back over here. I know, right? It's such a pretty game. Like, it is, oh my god, so lovely to just sit and watch, or sit and look at. But it's just, Slay those rooms already, have you? How did you find them? Did they put up much of a fight? Good work, lad. Clearly the Ashen Dragoon doesn't travel with mere amateurs, but it sounds like those rooms barely put up enough of a fight for you to be considered a proper warm-up. You clearly know what you're doing, and if you want to try your hand at hunting down some dragons, speak with me again sometime. Yay! Aether Currents, we have 3 more to pick up. Alright, Alphino. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray, speak to as many as you can, Arisana. And by as many as we can, we mean 3. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Ratemont, Varamont, or Bertinant that wanders out of this camp? Boorish Bowman. Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I would be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear fellow. Big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry on the ground. Uh-huh. Or you're sad that my donking stick doesn't make donking noises, or you're sad that BDO doesn't? Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Perike or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. There's no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Perik. Perik, I think is how you would pronounce that. Someone I can help you with, my lord. Heretics it is. Well, I've seen one myself, but it ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. Heresy detected. We would be grateful for any information you could share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I'm Perik, a soldier by trade, though not much of one. If I'm honest, it weren't for love of stabbing folk I took up a spear. No, it was by order of Sir Janelot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fuss as to what they come to get me to do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. But once they've got to thinking of how unfair it is, they don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so quickly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining the ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then, I am minded to start a fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning, since the world was turning. Yusei stares out over the snowdrifts, a grim expression upon her face. I want to help. Want to help out, do you? Well, there's plenty that needs doing, and killing besides. I'm sure you've noticed that dragons aren't the only thing you have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They'll come and go and look for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of our cook fires, and then raid our stores. Think you could thin their numbers a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. Alright, time to go kill some polar bears. There's one. You, good sir. I just don't care about my rotation apparently. One bear down. She can need more green. Now, the giant chicken does a better job of killing polar bears than I do. That's saying something. I'm not in a serious fight. I honestly do not care right now. Can we get up from here? Don't think so. Well, there's one. Well, this... It's like it said it was average wait time was 6 minutes earlier. Now it's bumped to 8, but we've already been almost 11 minutes. I hate queuing as DPS. Well, you're certainly more reliable than any lordling I've ever met. They've only got eyes for dragons, even if I tell them time and again that no one sees those bears. Then if no one sees those bears, they'll be nary a scrap to eat. But do they listen? I dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, you'd be compensated for it. I'm true to my word. I trust you consider this a fair remuneration of your efforts. Which one do I want? Bacon bread. Okay, I think that's... Yeah, that's... Yeah, then Q would go real fucking quick. I thought you didn't like coffee, Rose. Yes, take me back to the Falcon's Nest. Yep. This game is very, very pretty. This isn't even the prettiest part. But yes, this is true. If you want a really fucking gorgeous game, play BDO. Which BDO is Black Desert Online. No subscription fee, but it is you do have to buy it up front. It is a Korean MMO, so there's a lot of monetization in the game. In the words of Rose, is it free right now? Okay. There's a lot of monetization in the game right now. It is also in what am I trying to say? It is also a part of GeForce Now. So if you have a GeForce Now account and you own it, you have an account, you can actually play it without having to have like the best rig ever as far as the computer is concerned. Ah yes, this is the very crate that was stolen. This looks very much like the heretic's handiwork. But there's something in here that shouldn't be. A feather ornament? Whatever could it mean? Looks like a type of ornament that was popular in Falcon's Nest before the calamity. The sort of thing is of no use to us here. A mere decorative trinket, but there's someone who might be interested in it. There's a humorless old man named Segan who collects antiques from the small mountain village that used to be here in Falcon's Nest. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at something like this. Do you think you could do me a favor and take it to him? Right. It's literally right outside. You're buying BDO? Actually, let's take a look at that. Storefront. Black Desert Online. It says it's $10. Yeah, it's $10 right now, but there's no, there is no recurring subscription fee, but there's a lot of DLC and various other. When I say DLC, there's no story DLC, but it's all like you get items and perks. There's one thing about BDO that I kind of don't like, and that is they have lots of different classes that you can play, and lots of different things you could do. The problem is that classes are bound to gender. If you're playing as a berserker, you must be male. If you're playing as an yeah, like that was a really big part of it. Like, I remember having this discussion, Rose. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Okay. I was using Berserker as an example. Oh, they changed it. Interesting. There it is. Oh, okay. Well, it just recently went through... I don't know why you're suddenly... My light's going... My light is doing that thing again, and like, for some reason, this one dies quicker than the other one. I don't know why. Like that. Well, he wasn't used to being in a Pokeball. Alright. Oh, okay, so we got a... What is that, a Dark Knight? No, that's a Paladin. We got a Paladin, a Healer, don't know the class for that, and a Red Mage. Why is the Healer pulling? Somebody please tell me why the Healer is pulling. Ah. This is a really big, way open dungeon. Yeah, she's a paladin. Oh shit. Oh shit, I already have that. Go. Idare. Alright, the tank's finally getting it, so... Nope. Alright. First boss. I'm gonna dot him. Get out of that range. Fuck me. Am I out of the stun now? Apparently not. Dare. Need to renew my dot. There we go. There we go. Ishgardian Banneret tassels. Historian's bracelets. Greed. They are not items I need, so. Frostbitten Archer. But if you decide, Ray, if you decide to get into DDO, I highly recommend. It's very recommended as a pretty game, aesthetically incredibly pleasing. But be aware that the localization and translation for it did not. The localization team did not do a very good job. The story is kind of all over the place. But if you just look for something that you can sink time into because it looks pretty and it has an amazing combat system, I highly recommend it. Because it does have a pretty damn good combat system. Yeah, it is drunk. Less drunk and more like on LSD. The actual, like, it's, the voice acting is not bad, it just, the story makes no sense. At least from what I played of it, the story makes absolutely no sense. Granted, I didn't get very far. Yeah, there's a little bit of voice acting in it, not a lot. Like, there's, when you talk to certain NPCs, they'll have one voice line that they answer with, and then it will go just to subtitles. This looks interesting. You sure we're not playing Dark Souls? It is. I am liking it so far. Brain drain. Wow, they're just throwing out a lot of AoE. Farming catfish men? Frozen shy urchin. God damn. Somebody's limit breaking. Oh shit, okay. They were just burning him down, okay. Ishgardian Historian hat. Outrider's choker. You know, actually the kind of the echoey, like, vibey sounds that it's giving with that melody very much makes me think of Chrono Trigger, Shala's theme. I'm like up on the bricks. Okay. Coming through here as a tank later is going to be fun. All of the AoE. Ooh. Eeg. Looks like we're chasing a dragon here. Dusk Wolf. Bullet to the tank. Is it a griffin? Okay. Watch, this is gonna be one of those, rare drops that's like a griffin mount, I guess. Bam. Hey, we are almost leveled. We just have Ophinicus as the final boss. This kind of looks like final boss territory. Ah, okay. It smacked of that. Like, beat him and get him as a mount. That's the jewel we're looking for. And thanks. That makes it easier to get to. Did it seal off? Load in. Load in. This is why I need a fucking, when Gowl hide behind rocks. Okay. Come on. Start. Actually, Gowl is the ability he uses. I am assuming. There. Do I need to stay hiding? I guess so. Looks like the tank died. Ow. A tank DC'd. Alright. Ah, shit, I got caught. I did not see him do his thing. Okay, at least we didn't die. But now the healer's dead! Awesome! And somebody already used... Yep. That sucked. I'm not party leader, so I can't like queue us for another tank. Everything's fun and games until the healer dies. Well, just keep in mind, it's if the tank dies, it's the healer's fault. If the healer dies, it's the tank's fault. And if the DPS dies, it's their own damn fault. Luckily, apparently she shares the same name as the red mage, so it looks like they're talking to each other. Remember, it's all fun and games, and then the healer dies. Well, the good news is, like, one of the things that I've realized is very different between this game and WoW. In this game, there is very much this. Healers are kind of expected to kind of do double duty as both a healer and as. Oh, there they are. Looks like they're back. As both a healer and as a backup DPS. This game also has a lot more run around to dodge the thing. Yes. Fuck. Alright, try not to scrapper lock. Get a start. Good job, tank. Run. Focus target. That is just a very long time to be locked down. Just realized I am not using one of my abilities that I need to be, which I will start using after this one. Is he gonna do it again? Yeah, there he goes. Hide. Oh, are you talking about BDO? I don't want to do that yet. Fuck me sideways. Literally only one place to hide. Shit, I got the healer. Really? Well, it's a better way to look at it is they're not classes so much as they're jobs. Go for it. Go for it, Red Mage. Got him. A good way to look at it is they're all jobs, and you basically, the way it works is you start off with like a sub job, and then you build to a certain point. And then it evolves into another job. For example, which I can show you after I get out of here. Read. Oh, got them both. All right, cool. For example, I started this character as a pugilist, so he was a fist fighter. And that job eventually evolved to monk. So he's a fist fighter who has his hands wreathed in flame. And then once I reached a certain level, I was able to pick up samurai as another job. So like, if I've actually got all my jobs queued up, if you can see them over here on the side. Like, currently I'm in my samurai spec, and that's what you can see with all the buttons here. That's all the samurai stuff that I can do. If I want to, I can switch. Now I'm in my monk spec, which changes up a lot of my bars, changes up this. I'm still melee DPS. I just do it differently. If I wanted to, I could go pick up any other class I wanted and start leveling that. And I start over at the level that class begins. So like if I wanted to, I could go pick up Gladiator and start leveling as a tank. And once I hit level 30 of Gladiator, that evolves into Paladin. Conversely, I could also go pick up Bard or Archer, which starts off with a bow and everything like that, and then that eventually evolves into Bard. There are some quests that you can just start, and then there are some quests, or there's some jobs that you can just start at their level, and then there's some quests that you can just pick up whenever. Yes, that is my kitty. My little curl kitty. Like, you can go Dancer, which is... Dancer is fun. I haven't got a chance to play it, but I've seen how it works. And I've watched it being played, and it's a ranged DPS / support. Like, you buff the party as you throw chakrams and dance. It's kind of like a Bard ++. Then there is Dark Knight, which is a type of tank that's basically just a huge fuck off two-handed sword. It's kind of like the Death Knight from WoW. Death frisbees. Dancers have death frisbees. Machinist, who is basically like an artificer from D&D. They're a ranged DPS, and they fire bullets with cool weapons, and they can actually like throw out turrets, or they can throw out robots that do Magitech stuff. The only classes I'm really not familiar with are the healers. Because I'm not a big healer kind of person. Oh, got a Griffin card. Fuck yeah. Now, in order to be a dancer, you have to be level 60. You have to... And then you have to seek out the person to teach you how to dance, but they're not hard to find. They're like sitting in one of the main towns. Theoretically, I could go dancer with this character right now if I wanted to, because I am currently level... Wow, we hit 70. We bypassed 69, my favorite level. But, okay, here, we're going to do a thing real quick that I think, rather than continue the story, I'm going to do a thing. Where's the best place for this? Yeah, Machinist is very much Torbjorn, except it's actually a combination of Torbjorn and Ash. That's a good way to think of it. Because one of their abilities is literally just summon a fucking robot. I forget what the base job is. But there's the base job. I think it's Arcanist leads to Black Mage, and they are Megumin. They are explosions. That's literally all they do. Okay, so we're coming back here because I want to show y'all something. Or I want to show, for some of you who are just watching, I kind of want to show off. It's not Arcanist, is it? What is it? Yeah, it's one of those things where I've picked up classes along the way, just willy-nilly. That's not how you're supposed to... Thaumaturgist leads to Black Mage. That's what it is. You're really not supposed to do that. You're the game encourages you finish the main story, level out and max out your regular class, and then start picking up other classes. But the idea is like you can just have one character and they can literally do everything in the game. So, just because I like to show off, I really want to right now. Yes, Lucy. No, Black Mage is like you're channeling black magic to destroy stuff. There is no real... The closest we have to, like, Death/Necromancer is the Dark Knight right now. I probably will not want to tonight, Lucy, but I might want to, like, tomorrow afternoon or something. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. I'll let you know when we get done with stream, because I'm about wiped out. I just want to do, like, 1 or 2 things. I will say, Ray, for, like, a Death kind of Necromancer build, there are rumors... Because the new expansion, which is called Endwalker, is supposed to drop in fall of this year, fall of 2021. And there are rumors that they're going to release a new melee DPS class. Well, they have confirmed there will be a melee DPS class. But I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, so I don't get the reference. But there is confirmed to be a melee DPS class that seems to be using death magic because, like, the rumor is that it's going to be Reaper, and it uses a scythe. So there may be a Necromancer, Deathwalker, but it's all rumors right now. Nobody's quite sure. But I do want to show this off because, so we saw, you guys saw how, like, when I'm Samurai and I'm doing, like, my stuff that is like weeb as fuck. Because I can't change that during combat, so let me run away until it finally de-aggroes me from the striking them. Eventually he will rubber band to me. There we go. I got my Hagakure. I don't have my chicken commands. I need to put those on these bars. Okay. So, that was my samurai. If I do... This is what the monk looks like. Let's see, let's go ahead, meditation. We're gonna get open up all my chakra. This is the monk. Oh, I'm not even using my best abilities. Rockbreaker. I love this. Arm of the Destroyer, 5-point Fury, Rockbreaker, into Forbidden Chakra. And then Elixir Field. I am literally... Monk's at top tier, because he's level 70. My monk is level 70. Monk's at top tier, you literally turn into Goku. It's pretty badass. I love the monk when I get a chance to play him. We're gonna do this again. Just wait until he rubber bands to me. Here we go. And then the hilarious thing, so there's all the combat abilities, but then there's also classes, or there's also your gathering and your crafting classes, which are actual classes with their own bars that allow you to build stuff. Like, this is my carpentry. I can build... Oh shit, I've got new stuff. Don't have any U. The land in the hand, yeah, is what they call it. Don't have any elm lumber. I literally have, like, nothing in my inventory right now, because I was just... That's not true. I have some bronze rivets, but I need more. And there's certain things that each one gets you. If you can actually max out every job in the game, then you get your own... hand is craft, land gather is land. If you max out every job in the game, you get a mount and achievements galore. You also... Here's another interesting thing that they have. There's this thing called New Game Plus. So I can go in here and I can play through the main story. Any parts of the story that I've completed, I can go back and replay at my current level. You don't get any rewards, like you don't get a second chance at gear, you don't get a second chance at gear or experience, but you can go back and replay if you want to replay parts of the story. You can do the same thing with raid storylines, side quests, and each individual job has its own series of quests that are specific for the job. I've only completed Pugilist and Samurai. But once you play through it once, you can play through it again. Same thing with Crafter quests, which I haven't completed the Tier 1 Carpenter yet. But yeah, it is a fun game. If you get it, let me know before you log on the first time, because, like, making sure that you want to be in the same data center as the people who you're going to play it with. Though, Endwalker, they are talking about in Endwalker. Okay, so the way that the game is kind of set up as far as servers, you have data centers, and there are 3 data centers per region. And in those, within those data centers, you have about, 10 servers that you can be on. And as of right now, you can jump from server to server, like visiting another person. So if another person is playing on a different server, you can go visit them, or they can come visit you. And you have certain restrictions on what you can do, but they're not very heavy. Yeah, a data center is a region. So, like, our data center is North America and Europe. So, the whole point I'm trying to make is, like, there are 3 major data centers here in North America and Europe. The server shard, or the smaller shards. There are Crystal, Aether, and I forget what the other one is. Mateus is on Crystal. Mateus is also like the RP server, so that's why I'm on it. The other part of it is you can't jump data center. So, like, I can't go visit somebody who's on Aether. So if, like, you're on Aether and I'm over here in Crystal, like, we can't play together unless I go and make a character on Aether, or you come over and make a character on Crystal. So one of the big parts is with Endwalker, they're talking about doing data center visits, meaning that you can play with people in different data centers, which would be nice. Yeah, Mateus and Balmung, which are the 2 server shards in Crystal, we're constantly fighting for dominance as to who is the premier RP server. The problem with that is that, or I say problem, it's not really a problem. But one of the things I find funny about that is Mateus slags off Balmung, and Balmung will often slag off Mateus, and they will claim each other is not the RP server, they're the ERP server. There is a lot of ERP that goes on in this game. It nominally, like 99.999% of the time, you will never run into it because people are good enough to not do it in public. And mods are pretty good about catching it before it goes too far in public. Yeah, ERP goes on in most games, but because we have cat boys and cat girls and bunny girls and stuff like that, because this is kind of got the flair that it does, Final Fantasy XIV kind of has a little bit of a reputation for that shit. But you're rarely ever going to run into it unless you go looking for it. Yeah, if I can, you can also, there are trial versions of the game where you can just try out. You basically don't have a lot of stuff, but you can go ahead and try the game out. My one regret with this one is it is not on GeForce Now, and I wish it was. But the longer you're actually, when you have a subscription, the longer you are subbed, you will actually get benefits. Let me switch back to Samurai real quick. So this is like my current Samurai build. One of the cool things, I'm really just showing off the game right now. I have to actually go into Ulda to show this off, because you can only do this in capital cities. So because capital cities are big, you don't get to ride your mounts inside of them. You do get to have your pets out, so there's that. But one of the systems they have in the game is called the glamour system. And it's because Final Fantasy, the game, Final Fantasy and Square Enix recognize the fact that people create their characters and they dress their characters up like paper dolls, like you do in every game, but they realize that, people want to do fashion. And what is the most optimal gear does not necessarily look the best. So, like, here's the glamour I'm running right now, and it took me a while to get this. I actually had to pay real money for those sandals and for those pants. But that top took me like hours of grinding. The boken took me a few hours of grinding. But here's a really, really cool thing. Go into my character. I have what's called glamour plates. Glamour plates, these are selections that I have made of specific outfits for my character. And these are all items I had at one point in my inventory, or have had in my inventory. Like, for example, this outfit, that's Cloud's outfit from Final Fantasy VII. I got that for being a subscriber. And as long as I am in a capital city, I can change to whatever outfit I want to. I have set as my glamour outfit. This will go for my weapons as well. I happen to really like that one personally. And it's no cost. I can just do it. Yeah, as long as it's for the job. So, like, I can't, if I'm playing a rogue, which eventually becomes ninja, I can't wear, like, full plate armor. But there are a lot of stuff that will overlap. Like, for example, let's see. This gear is both samurai, is rated as both samurai and as monk, so it works for both. The promotional items I have, like Cloud Strife's outfit, let's see, of which this is partially his outfit. I just decided to take off the shirt. This outfit, which I bought with real money because I'm a fashion whore. And this outfit, which I also got for subscribing. These outfits are baseline, will go with anything. So theoretically, I could wear them wherever. Granted, I will freely admit, this right here, she is wearing, actually, if you can see her, she is currently wearing what I'm gonna get when I subscribe again for the next one, which is that's the outfit of the main character from Final Fantasy VIII. But this is kind of, I will admit this is modded right here because the original has Cloud's holsters, like where he holsters his swords, but they're empty no matter what you do. So I downloaded a game mod that visually removes that so that you don't see it on this character. Other players will see it on me, and it will not change what they see, but it changes what I see, and what I see is the most important. So, but because I work so hard on it, I won't wear that one right now. Also, you can change your hair, you can change your face paint, you can even change your eye color as long as you have the gil for it. The only thing you can't really change is you can't change what your face looks like the shape of your face. I can't change my horns or my scale pattern unless I have a specific item. But I can change my hair, I can change my hair color, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're right, eye color is Fantasia. But I can change, like, if I could take off that X from my face, I could get a new hairdo and change the color of my hair. I could put makeup on, all that kind of stuff. You just have to pay for it. All right, y'all. So I think we have sufficiently wasted enough time and pimped out the game enough. Thank you all for being here. As always, I enjoy having you guys here with me. I enjoy having y'all here as a part of my stream. I want to give a special thanks. I want to give a special thanks to Induction Plasma for that resub, 4 months straight. And then I want to give another thanks to Green Bunny 133 for the follow. Thank you all very, very much for being here. Before we go, I want to see if anyone is online to raid. Let's see here. Lots of people are streaming tonight. Oh, I'm gonna try. It is indeed raid time. Here's what we're gonna do. Jimmy the Rabbit is currently streaming. He's streaming Dark Souls. So I'm gonna send y'all in a Dark Souls raid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send y'all in Jimmy's direction. Jimmy's an awesome person. He's a great friend of the channel. He helped me out a great deal with getting into Secret World, and just generally he's a great streamer. So I would love it if y'all would give him some love. Drop him a follow, drop him... Let's see. I've got to wait for the dashboard to load right now. Probably go quicker if... Come on. Let's see here. Oh, and then my other light went out. Apparently I do not charge them enough. All right, go ahead and sign up there for that raid. I'm gonna send y'all over into Jimmy's chat. Drop him a follow. Tell him I sent him, or I sent y'all. Give him all the love, and make sure to let him know not to die too quickly because he is playing Dark Souls. But I will see all of you on Friday, I believe, is the next time that I'm up for streaming. Things are still kind of in the woods right now because I don't know how I feel when I wake up in the morning. So that is That is always a thing. But I love you all, and I hope to see you all on Friday evening.